Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the podcast. Happy
Oh,
podcast day.
thank you. I appreciate the invite. I don't get to do this very often, so I'm very
This is
grateful for the
this is your
chance
first
to do
time, yeah?
this.
I know. Don't be nervous. We'll be okay. We'll get
I'll
through this
I'll do my
together.
best. I know you're a good podcast host, so
Thank you. Thank you.
I feel like I'm in good hands.
Uh,
Anyway,
enough enough of this.
enough of this. So Strelock is a YouTube subscriber of mine. He sends me replays sometimes. He's a
Okay.
sound designer.
Okay.
And he just retweeted Sir Pillows Spooky Month video
Mm-hmm.
that my kids loved last year and played over and over and over again. Um, so that's what I was watching during the countdown.
Oh yeah.
It's like 10 minutes. Think the reason it was released today instead of actually around Halloween is because I think he bit off more than he can chew.
Mm.
So
Okay.
anyway, it's
Okay.
just kind of weird to have a Halloween cartoon released on November 25th.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
You don't think so? That happens all
Uh.
the time in Australia. What are you on about, Gov?
Gov. What are we,
We
British?
get we get
Please.
Halloween media all sorts of the year. We get that in December times.
I mean, I would watch. I would happily watch Nightmare Before Christmas any time of the year, right? Like that's a Halloween-esque movie, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
also a Christmas-ish movie,
Christmas, yes,
right?
blended kind of thing.
Right.
Right.
Which
I mean,
which is
hmm,
between what? When is between Christmas and Halloween? November 25th.
yeah, true fact. But this is not a Christmas thing. This is a Halloween thing.
Right,
Anyway,
but
the point is,
you can watch it whenever. Doesn't matter when it comes out.
okay,
It's all
you can
arbitrary.
absolutely,
Yeah.
very true. No, I mean, heaven knows my kids watched last year's Spooky Month video 100 million times all throughout the year. So
Right.
yeah, they were waiting for it. And again, it just feels like I don't know if it's like COVID related, like if maybe somebody got sick or people who were helping animate it just couldn't do it because they had things going on. Whatever.
Mm, probably.
We'll watch it and we'll put it in the show notes.
Yes.
I think I tossed. Yeah, there you go. It's in there.
Yeah. 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 I see
Yeah.
it.
In other news, I had to work off today, so I spent most of the time reading the latest Stormlight Archive book, Rhythm of War.
Haven't finished that yet.
Oh my gosh, it's so big, Somicron. It's like 1,200 pages, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's only 1,200 pages. Like, come on, step up.
I
Those are
mean,
rookie
yes,
numbers. Gotta bump up those numbers.
I know. I should be done, but
I mean, the
I'm
book's been out for
in.
like 2 weeks. You should be done.
It has not been out for 2 weeks. You take that back. It's been out for like a week.
It's
Anyway,
been out for 2 metric weeks.
can't fool me with your metric dark magic. How dare you?
Uh,
It's great. It
we
just,
did.
I don't know. Of all the things that Brandon Sanderson has done and continues to do, I think the characters and the story that he has in Stormlight Archive are my favorite for sure. Critter, we were talking about it in Discord a little bit today, and Critter was like, "So it doesn't mention a protagonist," and I thought about it, and I was like, "Yeah, that's because there are like 8. It's this humongous, sprawling story where there are like, let me just count them off real quick. No, 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 no. Yeah, I'd say there's at least 6. You could probably be.
6 nunners?
Yeah, 6. No, no, no. 6 protagonists. You could honestly probably get that number up to 10 if you wanted to kind of quibble on what a protagonist is.
Sure.
So it's a lot. Really good stuff though. Really enjoy it. I like all the characters, which is a big deal.
Mm-hmm. That's important. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think some people, some books will have characters where I'm like, okay, I can tell the author is trying to make you a likable character, but man, I don't like you very much, and I don't like reading the parts of the story that you're in. This is not going well. So even though Sanderson is jumping around from multiple characters to multiple characters all the time, it's like, ooh, okay, this person's turn. That's who this chapter is about. Awesome, let's do that.
Mm.
It's great.
Okay. Yeah. I'm glad you're enjoying it. How
Yeah.
far of the way through it are you?
So it's funny because my Kindle app doesn't tell me what chapter I'm in when I'm reading it. It just
No.
tells me what percentage through I'm in.
Mm.
So I'm at 76% as of today.
Okay. So you're almost done.
So the plan is to have it done by the time I meet up with my brother for Thanksgiving, because he's a
That's
huge
tomorrow.
Stormlight Archive fan. Kind of. We're actually doing our Thanksgiving dinner the day after tomorrow, so I have some time. I think I'm gonna
Thanks
finish it
Boxing Day, right?
tonight. Yeah, there you go. We're doing our thing.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, because he's the one. I don't know. Like, he's the other person in my life that really likes him as much as I do. So we can have a nice talk. This is my youngest brother.
Mm-hmm.
The one who is still in high school, because that's how big my family is.
Right. It's mental. Yeah. Okay. I've been reading The Faraway Paladin, which is a
Yeah,
book you said you were going to read, but I think you're a bit like this animator, maybe bit off more than you could chew with a 1,300-ish page book, and have
Mm-hmm.
not read this at all, have you?
I was totally planning on reading The Faraway Paladin after I finished The Rhythm of War. I bought it and everything, and then I did not get through the whole
Yeah.
thing. So that is
Yeah.
accurate.
For
Yeah.
the record, not on my recommendation did you buy it. You were just like,
No.
I'll just do that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's a light novel.
Yes. So
And
now that you've read it, do you think it's worth me reading and talking about on the pod?
I mean,
Even
it's
from a frame of like, this could be better.
I mean, it could definitely be better because
Yeah.
it's an isekai, because all light novels are isekais. And so the first like
Wait, are you exaggerating? Is that true?
it's mild exaggeration, but it's not terribly far off the truth.
Oh boy. All right.
So the first like 100 pages is kind of like the isekai training wheels, where it's like, here's how he learns magic is real, right? And here's how he becomes overpowered or whatever. It's all like kind of like, it's like a tutorial in a video game. It's like, I know how to play this. That made me play the tutorial. I know how this works.
Yeah,
Well,
that's annoying. It assumes like you're brand new to the genre.
yeah, yeah. But I was reading like the author's note at the end of the book, and he was surprised that it got popular because it's a light novel that doesn't have any cute girl characters.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
I
a
could
lot
see
of
his confusion about that.
right. So it's got that going for it. It's not about like some dude and his harem of women going around, being Mary Sued.
Right.
Overall, like what it's trying to do is fine, I feel. I do give it some leeway because it's being translated from Japanese. So if there's something that's a bit weird, I'm like, I'll let it slide. I mean, you've already bought it. You might as well read it. It is
Yes,
about a
very true.
paladin at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which I'm into.
yes.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, cool. So if you guys want to read it, so you know what we're talking about next week, you can.
Now, it's called the
See,
Faraway
that's what I was
Paladin.
trying to do. I was trying to give our listenership a chance to also experience the light novel, so they could know what we're talking about when we actually discuss it on the pod. That's all it was. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
How kind of you.
I know. I'm the nicest podcast guest you've ever had.
Sure.
He asks how far I am into Ready Player 2, or we are into Ready Player 2.
Is Ready Player 2 a thing?
Yes, I didn't know it was going to be a thing, and then Gabriel from Penny Arcade tweeted about it,
Okay.
and I was like, this isn't real. This is jokes, right? And I didn't think it was real until I Googled it, and there's actual reviews. This book is out, and it's horrendous.
Huh.
There's did you read the first one?
No.
Okay, I did. Somebody actually sent it to me.
I got it for Christmas. I
Right.
did not read.
You just didn't actually read it.
No.
So basically, Gabe tweeted out a screenshot of a part of the book, and he's like, "This is where I had to stop." So it goes, "I thanked the guard and told him he could go as I scanned the door. There it was, number 42. Another of Halliday's jokes, according to one of his favorite novels, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The number 42 was the ultimate answer to life, the universe, and everything. I stood there for a few seconds, reminding myself to breathe. Then I punched in the 7-digit combination from the egg's inscription into the code pad beside the vault door. 8675309. A combination no self-respecting gunter would have trouble remembering. Jenny, I've got your number. I need to make you mine. Holy crap, that's horrible. It's
I
like the
mean,
first book was bad. That
I
like,
mean,
how can we just throw pop culture references at a page, do that 200 times and call it good? It's garbage.
I don't know. I think that's up there with like Faulkner, right? It's
No.
that's a masterpiece. We should be putting that on museums. Throw out Mona Lisa's and put in torn out pages of that book on display.
It's just bad. It's just
Yeah.
bad.
No, that
That's
was
what
not
it
good.
is.
That was not good.
And that's all it is. Like, for some reason, I don't know. It's really it's just taking advantage of the fact that people,
Like things.
right? People like nostalgia. People like being reminded of things that they know.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
So there's ways to do this that make sense, and there's ways to do this that are just blatant cash grabs with no effort put into it
Right.
at all. And
Uh-huh.
that's just what Ready Player One is in general. It's a bare bones story. It's a boring characters. Nothing's interesting, but it's just like, hey, remember Back to the Future? That's a thing. And then the reader's like, I do remember Back to the Future. I'm going to keep reading this. It's not good. It's not good stuff.
What's
So,
like?
I mean, I'm not surprised there's a Ready Player 2 because Ready Player 1 was obviously moderately successful and it was a movie. And I think the movie wasn't a total flop.
I was gonna say, what do you think the chances of this being turned into a movie is?
Did you mute yourself? I'm not hearing you.
I might have. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, what do you think the chances of this being a movie is?
The second one?
Yeah.
So the first one had a budget of $175 million and made $600 million. So I'm going to say pretty good, honestly. I think they're willing to go back to that well for a second movie if they can make $400 million off it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Did they?
No? You don't think so? They did.
What it? No, sorry. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong numbers. I'm like looking at it. It's like budget of 175 million. And then I'm looking at the opening and I'm like, it only made 41. Like, that's a terrible loss.
Yeah.
But no, that's just opening.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's not bad for an opening weekend.
That's not bad. Yeah.
No. And then they kept going. And I don't know. I didn't see the movie. I had no interest, but
Yeah.
like, what bugs me about the movie, I think we talk about this. What bugs me about the movie is they put more recent pop culture references in there. Like Overwatch is in there for some reason. It's like, that's the whole point of the book, is it's old stuff. It's stuff from the 80s, you idiots. Overwatch is brand new. What are you doing? Yeah.
Who knows?
So I was, yeah, they couldn't, if they can't even get the basic conceit of the book right in the movie, then why?
I mean,
why would I watch this?
I have lots of problems with the first movie. It's not good. It's like its book, not good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, if they make it, I'll probably go and see it. Probably.
I don't even remember how the first book ended. Didn't he just like win the scavenger hunt and he got everything and he kissed the girl, yada yada yada?
Yeah. He wins the scavenger hunt. He gets basically control of the internet and decides to shut it down on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Right.
And everyone's just okay with this.
I mean, it's not the internet, right? It's the game.
Well, it's the Oasis, which is everyone's access to everything. So
if you want to check your email, you have to go to the Oasis?
I think so. We never see anyone checking any email outside of the Oasis. Everyone's just like, I'm going to log into the Oasis.
Might be a difference between the book and the movie.
Maybe.
Aki is saying that's maybe a difference between. Anyway, the point is, he wins, yada, yada, yada. He does some big thing in the end. So how's there a second one? Like, part of the reason Ready Player One worked the first time is because it was just this regular kid who was a total nerd and a geek, and people can relate to that. And if he's like the hero, why does the second book make any sense unless you knock him back down? I don't know.
Maybe they do.
Whatever. Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Let me quickly pull up the synopsis of the book.
We've spent too much time on this already.
It's true. Let's not.
Let's not pull this up.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. So then there was also The Mandalorian that I watched this week.
I too watched The Mandalorian.
It was a pretty good episode. I think it was incredible, but It's the one where the Mandalorian was like, "I need help finding some stuff," and the people are like, "Sure, but help us with this thing first." Does that narrow down the
Uh,
episodes at all for you?
it narrows it to the second season. No, I remember it now. This was the one where he went back to Navarro, Nevada.
Nevada, yes.
Yeah, he goes to Nevada
Uh-huh.
and he stops by, gets his ship magically repaired like instantaneously.
Oh, yes, that happened.
Yeah, and then he does some stuff at a stormtrooper base,
Yeah.
and that's kind of it.
So, yes, what I like. Okay, so a couple things I like about this episode. One, he drops off his incredibly mangled, barely flying ship, and is like, "Can I get some repairs?" And they're like, "Sure." And then I want to say, I'm going to be generous and say 24 hours later, the ship's totally fine, which is insane. Do they have magic in their ship repairing abilities?
What they don't show you is they actually just scrapped that ship and took all the workable parts and put it into a brand new version of that ship,
That would
and,
have actually made all the sense.
and then just changed the plates, right? Like
They
that's
just
it.
have a functional Razor Crest that's pre-Imperial design,
Uh-huh.
just sitting somewhere in a shed, and they're like, "All right, screw this. He'll never know.
Yeah.
We're gonna put all of his stuff in the new one." And yeah, that works. 24 hours
Yeah. Yep.
makes sense. All right.
Hmm.
Yeah. So there were some interesting Dark Forces references, which is a Doom clone made about Star Wars back in like 94, 96.
Okay.
It's all, I mean, Dark Forces is all about Kyle Katarn, who's this rebellion agent who's trying to get the Death Star plans. And then everything that he did, I think, got retconned by Rogue One. So rest in peace, Kyle Katarn. But they're like, video games don't count. And then he makes an assault on an Imperial base that's built into some cliffs, like we see in this episode. And they're cloning stuff in there. They're cloning Dark Troopers in there. Which are stronger, scarier, more tanky stormtroopers.
Sure.
And in the game, basically, stormtroopers are expendable, but dark troopers, like, you maybe even want to run away from at some points. So they're tough. So that might be what they're working on. It does seem like we're experimenting using Baby Yoda's blood, right? They talk about the blood that they're using, and they ran out because obviously Baby Yoda's gone now.
Right.
And so I think they're maybe trying to make force-sensitive troopers of some kind. To what extent, I don't know. Do they want them to be full force users? Do they want them to be, like, maybe they can do the telekinesis but nothing else? You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know what they're doing, but it's interesting anyway.
It's good for them to bring up metachlorians again. I really enjoyed that reminder that was a thing. Thanks for that.
Do we really have to go with midichlorians or canon? Can we please just get rid of that? I can't believe they said M count. And I was like, I know what they're talking about.
You're trying to hide it, but I know what that is.
They're embarrassed about it. Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. If they don't have the M count in there, then it, like, without it, it reverts all of the Force into a mystical thing, which means you can experiment with Yoda's blood all you want. You will get nowhere, right?
Right.
But if you make it about the physical, then you can do that sort of story. And that's obviously what they're going with, because that's how it is.
Yep. Sure is. Whatever. It's fine.
Mm.
I forgot that Doctor was alive. They showed his hologram message. I was like, I thought the Mandalorian killed him. And I remembered, I was like, oh no, he was nice. Never mind. Right. He's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was kind of interesting. I thought the action was pretty good in this episode. Like, I really did think the whole chase sequence with the speeder bikes was fun, and the TIE fighter showing up was like, holy crap. And then apparently the Razor Crest is capable of beating like 3 TIE fighters by itself, which seems a bit of a stretch, but okay.
I mean, yeah.
It's like this old clunker, man. Like, I don't know.
I mean, no, it was a new ship. We've already established that. But I would say that tiny little outpost, like, they didn't fly much. They had them, but they weren't doing. Those pilots were out of practice. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay, so Mando got lucky then.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Makes sense. I love the whole. So what's his name? Our administrator, Mando, the friend guy.
Oh,
Pargath or something. I can never
Discount
remember any
Lando.
Star
Yeah.
Wars names. Discount Lando. He's like, I'm in charge of the planet now. It's great. I need your help with this abandoned Empire outpost.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, okay, great. And then we show up, and there's like 100 stormtroopers and 3 TIE fighters on that thing. What the crap abandoned information did you get, man? You're so bad
Well,
at your job.
he didn't say abandoned. He said skeleton crew, but it hasn't been abandoned for whatever reason. Like, he specifically says it hasn't been
Okay, so he
abandoned.
says skeleton crew, which implies to me there's not 100 people and 3 TIE fighters and 8 speeder bikes hanging out there.
I think if
There
you
were
were to count,
experiments happening there just now.
right?
They're
I
like,
think
this
if,
message was a day old.
right. I mean, I think if you were to count all the people, there was like 40 stormtroopers there, and
Which
the
is
doctor. That's a
okay.
skeleton crew for an intergalactic empire.
But aren't they surprised? Aren't they like, this is a lot of people for what we were expecting? Right? No?
I don't know. Maybe. I think the Mando brings it up that he's like skeleton crew my butt, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So his interpretation of what skeleton crew was is much different from what the numbers actually were.
Right. And I mean, to be fair, most of the facility is in the mountain. Like, they don't necessarily know how deep it extends. So the size of the crew is relative to the size of the base. But if you don't know the size of the base, gotta give him some wiggle room.
Sure, it's fine. I don't know. I felt like there were way more people, way more bad guys.
Oh yeah,
than there should have been. I mean, it
there
makes
was
it more
lots
exciting, so understandably so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was good. The expectation here is that we're going to get an Ahsoka episode next week, right?
Okay.
Probably. It's written and directed by Dave Filoni, who created Ahsoka in the Clone Wars. So
Sure.
it would make sense that it's his show.
Right.
So I think that'll be good. I'm interested to see what's going to happen there. I mean, the question is, Ahsoka is not a Jedi. She's not going to be willing to take a baby and train it. I don't think. But I think she might be willing to get him to Luke, who's around during this time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I never even considered that Luke would show up in this.
He's alive.
Yeah, he's alive and doing things.
He's the hero of the galaxy at the current moment.
Yeah.
The biggest name in the rebellion. So, yeah. So what's nuts is you can't have anybody else play Luke other than Mark Hamill, right? If Mark's alive.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like,
but it's gonna be young Mark Hamill.
Right. Do we de-age him somehow? Is this gonna be some creepy CGI young version of Luke, like the young Tony Stark in Iron Man 3? Remember that?
Oh yeah, I mean that was almost possible, and I think we're a lot better since then.
Okay, so we might get like a young Mark Hamill, 1983 Mark Hamill.
I mean, here's the thing.
That's crazy.
They've used dead actors before, like Grand Moff Tarkin and a young Princess Leia in Rogue One.
Yes, sparingly, yes.
Yes.
But neither of those were the actual actors, because Grand Moff Tarkin, the actor's dead, and so was Leia.
Well, Leia was old. She wasn't dead at the time.
I don't know.
Yeah.
She was almost dead. It was close.
Almost dead.
Right?
We're being very disrespectful to the memory of Carrie Fisher.
Whatever. She's fine. She had a good life. She died in December 2016. And Rogue One came out in December 2016. Yes, okay, fine. She was alive.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so she was alive, and they were just like, whatever.
We need someone else, because she doesn't look like that anymore.
Right.
They got some, like,
so they might
Swedish
do that with
model.
Luke, is what you're saying.
Yeah, maybe.
So, yeah. Who played... Okay. Ingvild Dela.
Mm-hmm.
Is she just a random person, or is she, like, Carrie Fisher's kid?
She's a random person who looked like Carrie Fisher.
There you go. They're just like, we're gonna find somebody in the whole world that looks like young Carrie Fisher and call it good.
Yep. Who looks like young Mark Hamill?
Imagine they've probably been working on that, right?
I mean, here's the thing: they'll get probably get Mark Hamill in to do his voice. Certainly, you think?
You think
then,
so?
I mean,
I mean, he does a lot of voice work. He's capable of changing his voice to probably make himself sound younger.
Oh, Sebastian Stan. He could
What's
definitely get
happening?
away as being like a young Mark Hamill.
Sebastian Stan.
Yeah, hold on. I got a photo here, right? Like,
I pulled it up. We got there.
like
Where do I know him from?
He's the Winter Soldier.
He's Bucky.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you.
A little bit of CGI that could work.
Yeah, I could see it. All right, maybe that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah,
it will. So I was talking about this with my brother last night. We spent some time together, did a lot of Star Wars talk because we both love Star Wars, and
nuts.
Yep, and so I was realizing in the sequel trilogy there is no discussion about any of Luke's students, right? In all the time since the Battle of Yavin, where Luke has had to, well, except for Ben and the Knights of Ren. I'm sorry.
Right, but the Knights of Ren were students.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. Ben so there were discussions about his Ren. Okay, so there were discussions.
But
okay.
Other than these 6 people,
right?
Apparently, there's nobody else.
Well, no, because it's clearly said that Ben killed the rest. Like he and the Knights of Ren killed the rest of his students and burnt his temple.
Every single one?
Yes. I mean, here's the thing. Whenever stories do mass slaughter, they will always pop up somewhere else like, this one got away. Like, Order 66, don't worry, Ahsoka got away. Don't worry, Yoda got away. Don't worry, Ben Kenobi got away. There will always be another person, someone who gets away. They will, if they need to or want to, someone will have gotten away. But, I mean, if you discount all the times they talk about Ben and the Knights of Ren, yes, they don't talk about any of his students.
Right, but okay, so the students who are at the academy when Ben Kenobi is there and goes nuts, or whatever happens, because it's a Rashomon experience, we don't know exactly what went down. There have to have been other people that Luke trained in years between the Battle of Yavin and this, right? And Ben.
It depends on when, like, I mean, theoretically, yes, I would agree that there should have been someone, but I think the story plays out something like he trained Leia, and then he did some traveling and some searching, and he was still, like, a hero. Like, the Star Wars Battlefront 2 game actually is like, hey, this is post Return of the Jedi, but Luke is still running around fighting, like, Empire holdouts or doing some shit, right? Like, so he was doing things, and in that time, he also tracked down the sacred Jedi texts and the first temples of the Jedi. Like, he was going to these places and doing things before he set up his own temple, right?
So this version of post Return of the Jedi, Luke's not really training anyone. He's got other stuff to do.
Right, not immediately.
Yeah.
He does eventually set up a temple. Right.
So the argument is that, yes, actually, in fact, everybody who was at the academy, everybody being trained by Luke, that was his first batch of students, including Ben.
As it is presented, yes.
Okay. All right. I mean, that makes me feel better than the sequel trilogy completely forgot about any other Jedi that had been trained in the ensuing years, and it's like, they don't exist. Luke left, that's it. There are no other Jedi anywhere, which bothered me. But yeah, I guess if in this version, if the current canon story is that he didn't train anyone else, there is nobody, then okay.
Right.
Fair enough. Man, yeah. Ben sucks. The fact that he got redemption really bothers me. If he really wiped out the entire Jedi Order except for Luke Skywalker, like, dude, I don't care if Luke was mean to you that one time. That doesn't really, it doesn't absolve you from anything, man.
Right. I mean, Darth Vader. What about, like, Darth Vader? Right.
Darth Vader's redemption also sucks.
It also sucks, but it's fine as a singular moment in Star Wars, right? Like, if that was the end of Star Wars, The Return of Jedi, and it's like, okay, we can see that he came back to the good, but then died, and Luke gets the satisfaction of knowing he, like, quote unquote saved his father and all that, but he was still known as a massive symbol of terror throughout the galaxy. It's like, fine. we can let that slide. But now they've set a precedent if that's what redemption means. It's like, it doesn't matter how bad you are, just do a couple good things, right?
That's definitely the Star Wars way. Absolutely.
Yeah, this is the way.
Anyway,
Anyway,
dumb. So we might get a young Luke Skywalker soon in this show. That's interesting.
I don't think I imagine it won't be this season. It would have to be next season.
Probably.
Yeah, like we would have heard something about that already.
They hid the existence of Baby Yoda exceptionally well before season 1. Nobody knew, man. I think they could hide that if they wanted to.
I mean, maybe
They're capable.
maybe.
Yeah, or it's entirely possible that they're just like, hey, Ahsoka, you know the Force. You want to trade this kid? And she's like, not really, but I'll take him to Luke. And then she flies off the end. Like,
Maybe. Or
we don't see her actually communicating with Skywalker at all.
Or she goes, no, but I know someone who will. And then because they've already got someone doing a young Leia, they're just like, hey, Swedish lady, can you come grab this baby? And then we get another young Leia appearance.
For 10 seconds, like the first time. It's like,
Right.
we only hire her for 10-second spurts of young Leia. Thanks, Ingvid. You're the best. Appreciate it. We're going to CGI the crap out of you, too.
Probably. I mean, it's possible.
That's hilarious. All right. So anyway, should be good. Mandalorian continuing to be fun. I mean, it was like a half-hour episode last week. It wasn't even that much, really.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Yeah. No complaints. All right. So at the risk of getting you riled up again,
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't want to go there. Look,
Look.
No. Before you fucking say anything, I'm riled up, goddammit. Ranked 10
Already?
on my anime list. It is a good movie.
It's the 10th best anime you've ever seen?
No. It's not what I've seen. It's ranked 10 worldwide.
It's the 10th best anime of everything in the whole world?
Out of anime movies, yes.
Of anime movies. Lower bar. Lower bar.
Lower bar, but not the lowest bar.
Best anime movies. Go, internet. 30 best anime movies of all time. Oh, it's backwards. Hold up. Starts at 30. This one has a silent voice at 19.
This one has it at 1.
Holy crap. It's almost like rankings are subjective.
And not hard facts. But given that this one is ranked by people's
rankings.
It's
like a Metacritic thing.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Dude, this one has Your Name at 3. I approve of this list immensely. Your Name is so much better.
Okay, here's the thing. Silent Voice is number 1 on my anime list, which to me is like the gold standard for rankings. Kimi no Nawa, which is Your Name, number 2. Mm-hmm. Also a very good movie.
Very good movie. Enjoyed that so much more. Like, infinitely more.
You have no heart. That's fine.
Your Name has plenty of heart in it. I cried in Your Name.
You have no heart. Not Your Name has no heart. You have no heart.
Okay. All right, it's fine.
Look, here's what I'm going to tell you. Koi no Katachi is not perfect, right? I watched it in English. I've only seen the movie once because I watched it twice. I'm going to cry, right?
Okay.
I watched it in English, and there was the scene where they're on the train and they're like texting back and forth?
Yes.
They didn't subtitle that, so I have no idea what that says.
Oh. They're like, it's texting. We don't need to help anyone.
Exactly. So that it's not a flawless movie, but it is really good. And it probably helps that my mother's deaf, right? So it really hits me a little harder.
Well, you should have just said that the whole time.
Right. But I shouldn't need to say that to defend the number 1 ranked movie.
Well, I mean, I'm willing to admit that I'm in the minority here, right?
Right. Well,
I
good.
get that.
Good. You admit that.
Yeah. But your emotional reaction to me saying it was meh, now I get it. So that's good. I'm glad we came to an understanding.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so that's it. I watched it. It was 2 hours long. It was on Netflix. It was free. It was great. Good experience that way.
All right. I have a question about Queen's Gambit.
What? You're not watching it anyway.
I'm not, but I want to know how many of her games end in draws.
I remember a couple times draws are offered, but the other player doesn't agree.
Okay, because I was listening to the Hello Internet podcast, and Dr. Brady Harron is very interested into professional chess, like Grandmaster League kind of chess. And
Yeah.
60% of Grandmaster games in tournaments end in draws.
It's not good TV, Somicron. That's bad TV.
Right. Well, I mean, I just want to know how accurate this show is, right?
Oh, yeah. No. Well,
No.
it's a weird story. It's a sports movie, basically, right?
Mhm.
It's you take a nobody and then they become the greatest, and they win the thing. So it's not supposed to be. And then she played 800 Grandmaster chess games over the next 10 years, and 60% of them ended in draws. The end.
Why
Right?
not? Why not? It'd be more
No.
realistic.
Yeah, but again, it's not a documentary. It's a drama. So what it is young orphan his chess prodigy becomes #1 best player in the world. End of movie. Done. That's it. We're making this the most interesting, least boring chess movie of all time. And if that means it's not accurate, so be it.
Okay, so it's an inaccurate waste of a show. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what's Aki asking?
I don't know. Present versus past. It's possible. It's possible that Queen's Gambit is set in like the 60s or whatever, and the draw rate was different back then compared to present statistics.
Sure, maybe. I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Queen's Gambit. They don't show you the chess. They're never like, and here's the chessboard from move 1 to move 89, and here's exactly how it played out. They don't care. They're not showing you that.
Why not?
Because that's not the point. It's
So
a sports movie.
They show the sport in sports.
Yeah, they do, but they don't show the whole thing. They never show the whole game in a sports movie.
But they show you enough to know what's happening.
And they do the same thing in Queen's Gambit. They show a couple moves here and there. They show you the reactions of the players.
No.
Sometimes there's someone who's doing like radio announcing for it, and they go, "Oh, this player is in a lot of trouble now."
No, I've seen The Longest Yard. Okay, right? They're in that prison. There's like a solid 40 minutes to one football game, right? That is a long time.
Football games 40 minutes?
No,
they're not 40 minutes.
They're 3 hours. But if you cut out all the pauses, right? It's still, like an hour and a half probably. But that's still a good chunk of the movie that's dedicated to the sport.
Yeah, and that's fine. My point is they don't show you every pass and every goal and every foul and everything.
I mean, they might, but it's a hypercut, right? Like, it's a montage of
So
then the next 60
Queen Gambit's the same way. It's different moves and it's reaction shots, and then it's like, hey, this person won. The end. That's how it is.
Boring.
The chess matches are not the point. It's like I feel bad for people who are like super chess buffs who love chess, and they're like, oh, there's a movie about chess on Netflix, because it doesn't show you the games at all.
Right.
You can't be like, oh, you can't yourself be like, oh, she's in trouble here, because they don't give you that information.
Right.
Yeah.
I did see, because I was looking up the statistics to make sure I got like that 6% number roughly accurate. Apparently sales of chessboards have gone up since it came out. And I'm wondering like how many of these people are actually going to sit down and play chess and then realize this is nothing like the show.
Yeah, no, there was a huge spike in interest among like online chess had a big boost in it. Google searches for how do I play chess went up, but no, for sure. It's going to remain, the community is going to remain the size that it is. I can't see it growing at all, at all noticeably after this. There's definitely interest. Like I played a game of chess against a bot the other day because I was like, oh, let's see. And then it kicked my butt and I was like, all right, well, that was good.
Can humans still beat computers at chess?
No.
No.
I think the last time a person beat a computer was like 90. 7 or something.
Okay, that's also what I was wondering about. Like, we know for certain that we are not the best at this anymore, right? Like that we
No.
can't, not even like we're compatible or comparable. We just can't, right? Like we
It was
lose all the time.
2005, so a little bit more recent than I thought, but it's
Okay.
been 15 years since we beat a computer at chess. So
Right.
yeah,
No, well, fair
which
enough.
GG computers, well done, you nailed it.
It's true. Yeah.
It's like the sport that is best fits within their parameters of what they can do. I think
Yeah. I mean,
they can't kick a football, so
Boston Dynamics is definitely working on it.
that the day when we're like, remember that day back in 2046, the last time a human beat a robot in soccer? That's gonna be that's gonna happen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no, we're working towards that.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Boston Dynamics. Let us keep our sports.
No.
I mean, it's not like robots becoming undefeated at chess stop people from playing chess, so it's fine.
It's true, right?
Yeah, people still play.
Yeah. I mean, I would probably watch a robot league of football, right? Like an all robots
yeah.
league, right?
Oh, absolutely. That'd be so fun.
Yeah.
You could program them to like roll around on the ground after getting kicked in the shin. I hope they do that. That would add a level of accuracy to the sport.
That would be amazing. Yeah.
Oh man.
And then when the robots finally get decommissioned, they can go on to be like models or hand models or some shit. Or what else did David Beckham do? Did he like release a music career or something? He did a lot of shit.
Sure. I don't know. I'm not a David Beckham fan.
Neither am I. But I mean, he
he's
did
the
a movie.
president of an MLS club in the U.S., so that's a thing.
Huh.
Let's
see.
He has a lot of tattoos.
He's been in a bunch of movies.
Yeah. Not like starring in them, right?
I don't think so.
I don't either. I can't remember a Beckham.
Well,
There's Bend It Like Beckham, which has nothing to do with David Beckham.
Right, no. Well, he was in it, though.
Yeah.
Huh. He actually didn't appear in Bend It Like Beckham, except in archive footage. He and his wife wanted to make cameos, but scheduling proved difficult, so the director used a lookalike.
Oh, there you go. In 2002, he was hailed as the ultimate metrosexual.
Sure.
Sure, that happened. He changes his hair a lot. He met the Obamas one time. He played a critical part in bringing the Olympics to London in 2012.
He's friends with Ryan Reynolds.
I don't think he's done anything. He doesn't like some philanthropy stuff, but
right.
It's
well,
not like
we can get a robot to do
artist.
that. We get a robot to do that. Do you think they'll cheat on their taxes as well?
Man, how are we going to tax robots? I guess we have to tax their owners, right? Because robots are just slaves. That's going to open another can of worms one day.
Yeah.
Because at first, it's definitely going to be that they are slaves, and then they're going to get intelligence, and then we're going to have to deal with that, and then everybody dies.
It's true. All right.
Hollywood's been warning us for a long time.
Bicentennial Man. That's a good movie. I haven't seen that.
Which one?
Bicentennial Man.
Oh yeah, that's Robin Williams, right?
Yeah. So we have a bracket to look at.
Do we? What is it?
GSL Super Tournament 2.
The Super Tournament. Bracket set.
Bracket is set.
Okay. Super Tournament 2.
And by golly, are there a lot of Terrans?
Yeah. I don't know. It looks pretty balanced. What is it? 7 Terrans, 5 Protoss, 4 Zerg. Yeah. That makes sense. Freaking Korean Zergs, though. Figure it out, guys.
Dark and Rogue, Solar, and Armani.
Yeah. Ronnie has to face innovation. That's a good time, man. Good luck with that. Bjorn's in there. Oh, I have to play Dark first? Oh, Bjorn.
He can do it. He did. I think he did it once before at like an important venue. I think Bjorn can do it. Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
World Championship.
Maru plays Cure, that's a fun first round matchup.
Zest and SOS. Let's
Huh.
knock out some really good Protoss right away.
Yeah, no kidding.
The winner of that will have to face Trap, because I think Trap beats Solo hands down.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So all the Protoss will be gone by the semifinals.
You don't think
No, wait,
stats?
there will be one Protoss in the semifinals.
You don't think there'll be stats in the finals? And like Trap from the top, right? Like stats is bottom.
Stats has looked really, really good recently, and he's also looked kind of done. It's strange. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know what to expect from him.
Okay. Okay. Who do you pick?
Hurricane TY. Who do I pick for the whole thing?
For the whole damn thing.
That's a great question.
You gotta pick one of the Zergs, right?
I don't know, man. I don't trust those Korean Zergs.
I recommend Solo. I feel like he's your guy right now.
After you just said Trap was going to crush him, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I I gotta keep up my betting winning streaks. So if you could pick Solo, that would be a big help for me.
That would help a lot. I mean, Rogue's the one Zerg where I'm like, okay, he can win this. Rogue
And
at times has looked unstoppable.
it's true, and he's going up against Bunny.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he gets out of the first round.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's probably Maru.
Probably. Maybe. Like,
Yeah. Well, so I guess he could face Stats. I don't know. Stats Inno is going to be interesting in the quarterfinal, probably.
mm-hmm.
So this is played one round a week? No, the semifinals and the finals are on the same day.
Yeah.
Nice.
This looks like it's entirely over a weekend. So.
Well, I mean, December 2nd.
Over 2 weekends.
And December 9th.
Two weekends. My apologies.
Yeah, I gotcha. I don't have any confidence, Omicron. It's shot. After all my losing, I just can't bring myself to choose anyone here. I used to have such confidence in these picks. I would feel good about them.
I mean,
and then the person I picked would refuse to win even a single match, and it would be sad.
Go with your gut. What could go wrong?
Yeah, that. Losing could go very wrong.
It's not like I've been particularly mean with like what you've had to do because you've lost.
No, it's very true.
Yeah.
But the losing hurts.
I mean, I'm gonna make you get a tattoo this time or something.
Oh my gosh.
You have to get a tattoo of the Earth from really far away. Just like a dot. There you go. Because I know I can't get you to get a tattoo of like Maru 1-0 or something, right?
That would be amazing. I mean,
but I think I could get away with a single dot.
At least Maru has accomplished a lot of stuff.
It's true.
Like, there's worse names you could get me to tattoo.
Sure. I don't think I could get like you wouldn't agree to a tattoo.
Nope, definitely not.
But like a single dot? Come on.
Well, could I just use a pen?
No, because that's not a tattoo, right? It has to be a permanent dot.
A tattoo parlor would be like, sure, I'll give you a dot.
Well,
thanks
I don't
for
know.
coming in. That'll be a quarter.
Who knows? I mean, it's got to be on your nose, but you know.
Oh yeah. No, obviously. Come on, it's got to be visible. Man, that nose tattoo would hurt. Oh my gosh.
Probably, yeah.
Those people who have like full face tattoos, I don't even.
Yeah, I don't know how people experience.
Do that. Yeah. Okay. Who are you picking? You should go. You should pick first.
I should pick first. See, all my.
You want to pick Maru? It's the Maru thing. Again, it's always the Maru thing with you.
It is the Maru thing, but there's also Beyond here. Like, Beyond's here.
That's a good point, but like, you can't pick Beyond. Can you pick Beyond?
I think I can pick Beyond.
Wow. Okay. God, that is a tough road, man.
Dark, then TY.
Dark and TY.
Then Trap, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hard road.
It's a hard row.
But hey, think about it. If that's a hard road, I'm just making it easier for you.
That's a good point.
Who you picking?
GSL Super Tournament 1 turnout. Let's see. Maru and Dark in the finals. Maru 3-4 Dark.
Maru, good bet. God, do I want to take Maru?
And Maru, I was going to say, pretty terrifying. He 3-0'd stats and 3-0'd solar.
Mm-hmm.
Eno gave him a good fight, though. They won 5 games.
Yeah. Yeah, all right, you've sold me. I'll change to Maru.
Wow. That was not my intent at all. But okay, that's fine.
His gets 3-0'd by Cure.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's Maru. It's within the realm of possibility all the way down.
Yeah. It's like I'm playing 2 bets, right? Doubly hard. You gotta pick someone.
All right, I'll pick Rogue.
Rogue?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I feel like at least he's getting out of the first round, and then we'll see. No one's guaranteed to make it to the semifinal, right?
No, I don't think so. Right?
See?
Like,
So it's so getting out of the first round as much as I can guarantee.
right, but I feel like getting out of the first round is something you can guarantee elsewhere as well. Like, if that's your strategy for winning this, like, you could pick Trap, you could pick TY, right? You could pick stats. Getting out of the first round is not going to be a hard thing to predict.
Right. Definitely true.
You got to try and predict the whole thing. And I mean, and if you take Rogue, we're just going to meet in the quarterfinals, and that'll be it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very quick bet. You don't want to like even give it a chance of meeting up in the grand finals.
That's never happened once.
Well, it's not going to do
You
it.
act like there's a chance.
There is a chance, but it won't happen if you pick someone on the same side of the bracket as me.
It's not happening anyway. Come on. Of all the times we've picked any of these brackets, our players have never both made it to the final.
It's true.
Holy smokes.
But you got to give it the chance, right? Like, take Doc. He's just as good as Rogue.
Is he, though?
I don't know. Maybe.
Can't just say things like that and then be non-committal about it. Let's see what he's done in 2020, shall we? He took second place in Super Tournament 1 back in March, and that's it. He hasn't finished first, second, or third in any Premier Tournament in 2020 except for that one.
Right, but what's Rogue done? I remember Rogue doing
according to the Liquipedia.
Yeah.
In 2020, won Katowice, won GSL Season 3, won GSL Season 1.
Look, these things are trivial compared to Dark, who is the current world champion.
Okay. From 12 months ago, yes. Accurate. Things change, man. Zergs lose their powers. I don't know what it is.
Okay, fine.
Rogue.
All right.
Done.
So what are the terms then?
I don't think I want any terms.
No, there has to be terms.
No.
There's no point on this if there's no terms.
Okay.
Can I get you to drink a beer?
No.
Why not? Why not?
Because I don't want to.
It doesn't have to be a big one. Of course you don't want to. That's the point of the terms. It's always something you don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to drink a beer, so we're settled.
I also don't want to rob a bank. Should we put that on the list?
I can't. No. That's far too extravagant. Like, that's beyond the terms of reasonability.
Oh, okay. So we have the incredibly subjective term reasonability to go with here.
Like, drinking a beer isn't illegal. Like, I think that's reasonable. No, so. Can't be root beer. It doesn't have to be big. You don't have to drink like a 6-pack. Just one little beer. Come on. You have to agree to something.
Oh, well, you know what I just thought?
What?
What's up, John's? Got a little while longer, kind of.
Kind of.
You have to seek out the Mormon missionaries and let them talk to you for 2 hours.
If I do, Jesus.
I knew it. I just came up with that one. I just came up with that, and I knew you would hate it.
I mean, will you drink a beer? Just the one?
No, nope.
But why not? That's.
I don't want to.
But I don't want to do that.
You definitely don't. That is true.
It doesn't have to be like the strongest drink. It just has to be a drink.
No, I get it. I get what you're saying.
Like,
I really do. I understand what you don't have to clarify.
okay, what about
You're
cider?
not asking me to
cider.
get. You're not asking me to get blackout drunk. I get that.
I'm not even asking you to get tipsy. Like, I'm asking you to have a beverage.
Yes, understood.
Right. What about cider?
Nope.
Why? It's just like I don't want it. Look, you've got the red Solo cup in the background. Like, for all I know, you're throwing frat parties.
I know. If I was doing that, I wouldn't have a problem with this. So
right. Well, that wouldn't. That would devoid the entire point of suggesting it.
Exactly.
Something worse than talking to religious people about religion.
Oh my gosh. I mean, look, I'm not saying you have to do that. That is
no. I'm comfortable doing that.
Wow. Are you?
Probably not, but we'll find out.
You never lose anyway, so what does it matter?
I can't play like that. That's terrible. I need something that's. Yeah. You're a bad person. You have to play another level of Halo on Lasso by yourself.
Oh man, we never did that. We never got. No, wait, we did. Once you showed up, it took us like 45 minutes, but we did.
No. Once I showed up, it took us about 4 hours.
To get the one, didn't we make it to like?
We made it through partway through like level 2.
Yeah. How do we get through level 1?
Spit, grit, and a whole lot of duct tape, right?
Yeah. How long did that take us to get through level 1?
I can look it up. I have the VOD on my YouTube channel.
Duoed. It was a while. And then we got stuck in the middle of level 2.
The entire VOD is 4 hours and 46 minutes.
Gosh, and we made it partway through level 2.
Yeah. Level 1. Oh, that's level 2. Scroll back. Was at least 2 hours 40 minutes. So that's close to 2 hours with moments.
It's
probably just as painful.
It was so painful. It was so painful. So much dying. Also hilarious, though.
It's true. Except this time I won't help you.
That's not true.
It might be. I don't know.
You can't observe the ultimate suffering in Halo and stand back and let it occur.
Who knows?
Who knows?
You find.
I don't know. I still don't want to bet. I honestly don't.
You know, you've already said something for me. You just need to agree to something for you.
Okay. I mean, so if we're saying 2 hours is equivalent, that includes you. So if it's me by myself, I'm not getting through an entire level of Halo by myself on all Lassos.
You could.
It's not happening. No. Nope.
You could.
Nope.
It's possible.
How far did I get before you showed up in that VOD? Where was I? Do you know?
I would say 25% of the way through a level. I showed up like an hour into it, right?
Yeah, so in 1 hour I did 25% of the first level.
Uh-huh.
So extrapolating, that means I'd probably get halfway through the level in 2 hours.
Uh-huh.
So are we to say in 2 hours then?
No, there's no time limit. It's a level.
Then that's infinite amounts of time.
Wow,
It's not a
that's...
fair exchange.
I mean, I feel like it is.
Well, only because you're not the one spending infinite amounts of time on something you don't like doing.
No, but what if they say stuff that makes sense to me and then they've got my infinite soul?
Well, that's probably not happening. In fact, I know that's not happening. So no, I'm not engaging with that.
I mean, gotta have something here.
2 hour. I'll give you 2 hours of bashing my head against that wall.
Mm. How about this? I will go and get proselytized, and in exchange, if I win, I want to hold the rights to name your next D&D character, so it isn't just Brandon 3.0. Because that was some boring shit. I read your D&D character sheet, and it's not good, dude. You can't do that. You can't just name your character after yourself twice.
I mean, my first character died at level 2, man. Like, I can't just be
I
like, and now there's a whole brand new name to it.
Well,
Nope.
no, you're supposed to do a whole new character, but I have a feeling the old character was the same as this one, which is why it's...
Ish. I rolled a new character, but there are some differences, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But still, you can't just be like same person, right? Like next time when this one dies, I get to name the next one. I have that right
If you win.
if I win.
All right, that's fair.
All right.
Yep.
I will hold that in perpetuity.
Deal. Maki says Piccolo.
After like
Do
the
you
Dragon Ball Z
mean
character.
Yeah, you mean Piccolo like the instrument?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. It's on the list
Yeah.
of possibilities, which are
Yeah.
endless.
Anyway, I think we're about ready to wrap up. Was there anything else?
We are ready to wrap up.
What I will say is that tomorrow is Black Friday, and
Hmm.
as a result, the store will be going on sale. So time to pick up some Falcon Paladin merch.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Buy some merch for your loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
FalconPaladin.store. Easy to find, easy to remember.
I think it's 25% off everything.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's a great deal.
It's a great deal.
Mm-hmm. I don't have a sports minute, but sports thing is so BYU football could entirely be undefeated this year and go to a terrible bowl anyway. So if that happens, I don't know. The system's an interesting one, and we need some re-examination of how we do things. That's it. That's my thought.
All right.
Done. You didn't have time to go to sleep. That was like 10 seconds.
It's unfortunate. I'd like to go to sleep.
Well, good. We're done, so you can go to sleep now.
No, I'm gonna play more Among Us.
Oh, right. Obviously. Gotta
Yeah.
do more Among Us.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. So that's going to be it from us today. This has been Falcon Paladin and Somicron with another edition of the Falcon Paladin Hour. Thanks for hanging out. This was recorded live on twitch.tv/Somicron. If you want to learn more about that, join the Discord server and see what times we are live there. But it's generally 9 p.m. on like Tuesday or Wednesday in the US. Yeah, check out the merch. Check out the Patreon page for the podcast directly. And until next time, as always, thanks for hanging out. Stay safe and stay healthy. Enjoy your Thanksgiving if you're seeing this and you're an American before Thanksgiving. And until next time, take care of yourselves. Goodbye.
Bye.